What is going on, losers? I just want to jump on here real quick and before we start the podcast and let y'all know if you haven't heard that we have started our own Patreon channel. So please go to Patreon, sign up for the Lost Losers podcast Patreon. It's $5 a month. With that, you get the new episode early. You get that on Monday before Tuesday, before the episode comes out. You'll also get the LLP Sunday playlist, what we do in bi-weekly. We'll be doing that live on our Patreon channel, or you can go and watch it whenever, listen to the music and the playlist that we have come up with. And then starting in May, we will be doing our first live hard episode where we show you all the bad stuff that we can't show on YouTube or Rumble or Spotify says no to. So please go sign up. It's $5 a month. Support the podcast. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
Barely hear it. That's why.
Stop it. Let's just
Yep.
get your head in the game, buddy.
No! Oh, damn!
One more time.
Hey, yo, fuck!
No! Oh, damn!
Wait, one more time. Just because it's so good.
No! Oh, damn!
What is going on, losers? Welcome to the Lost Losers podcast. I am your host, Mr. John Bequette, joined once again by my beautiful bride, the tots of the show, Miss Andrew Bequette.
Hello.
Coming at you live from good old Kentucky. Good old James Fortney.
Yeah. I love that he just didn't. He just can't either look back up. He's just like, I gotta finish the race.
And clearly, that dude was in deep on some Mario Kart and did not care about his son at that moment in time. And his son learned a valuable lesson right there: gaming over blood any day of the week when it comes to father and son, that father and son relationship. Anyways, before we get too farther, if you are watching on YouTube or Rumble or even on Spotify nowadays, do us a favor, hit subscribe, even hit the like button. That'd be great. If you're watching on Apple Podcasts, leave us a 5-star review. Also, for you wonderful people, we have a Patreon page, Patreon channel. Page is a channel, doesn't matter. Go subscribe. It's $5 a month. It's all we're asking. You get the podcast episode a day early on Mondays. You get the LLP Sunday playlist. You get all the story time, and then coming soon, once a month, we're going to do the hard live episodes starting in May. So be on the lookout for that.
Title working.
Well, whatever the hard episode is, and then also starting on the 14th, which is this coming Thursday,
Yep.
April 14th, we have the LLP story time. So get all that Patreon, $5. And then also, if you really want to be a cool person, go to lostlosers.com and buy some merchandise to help support this wonderful podcast. Or if you even want to be cooler, go to her Scentsy page, which is
Scented with a twist at Scentsy.us.
and make your house and your podcast studio smell so much fucking better. Like cool stuff like that. All right, let's get into this, everybody. How's everyone doing? How is everyone feeling? Like the opening clip this week of the gentleman not giving a shit about his son when it came to gaming. That's awesome. Like that poor kid did not stand a chance. Dude, that was not only your future, that was definitely your past. Because your dad did something like that to you. You know that happened, right?
Yeah. I think my favorite thing that dad would get pissed at me about was old controllers. There would always be two wires, and I would just fucking untwist them. Or just undo the plastic in between, and it would drive him fucking insane.
I can see that because, well, you're destructive and your dad was anal. So
he would just snip the wire, braid them together, and then reattach them, like solder them back on and everything.
I can see that as well. So as we get, like we like to kick off this wonderful podcast, we like to start with our wonderful wishes of the week. If you're new to this podcast, it's not like rubbing a genie and what we really want in life. It's the weird and interesting shit that has happened to us over the last week. So, James, let's kick it off, man, with the wonderful wishes. What's happening, man? What happened in the life that we need to make fun of and get after?
Oh, I got told to go fuck myself at work the other day by a customer.
Did
That
you
was
say?
interesting.
Did you say I did that? I do that on the clock and I get paid for it. Thank you very much, sir.
I just kept saying I'm just doing my job, my guy, and just smiling like an asshole at him. And he was just this like
Kill it with
big yoked.
kindness.
Yeah, he was this big yoked dude that was just trying to give his girlfriend a dirty sex toy. And so I was like, well, your girl might get hurt from this. $4.99 is still a lot cheaper than medical bills. And he was just like, go fuck yourself, my guy. Like, what the fuck? And I was just like, just doing my job. Just kept smiling at him.
What'd you say? You said your girlfriend might get hurt with this thing?
Yeah, I was like, your girl might get hurt. $4.99 is a lot cheaper than medical bills still. And
What was he? Was he buying like the Godzilla Hulk?
no, but it was just a silicone toy. And so if you use it, soap with water on it, it'll crack and leave bacteria.
Okay, maybe on your part, go it that way instead of saying, "Hey, she's gonna get hurt with this." Yes, no, maybe just me, just me.
I don't think
know?
he took it that way.
Okay, because if you're like, if you okay, because this dude.
Because it wasn't even a dildo. Yeah, it wasn't a dildo.
Okay, I thought you were buying like this dude's buying like an average dildo, and you're like, "Hey man, your girlfriend might get hurt with it. Be careful." And he was just like, "Mother, I'm bigger than this, you motherfucker!" Like, all
Oh
angry,
yeah,
dude.
no. If
Like,
it
you
was
just
like
stopped on the
yeah.
little dick, fucking man, I got a little dick. Just because he goes to the gym,
So
he's all
a
yoked
vibrator.
out, little dick. Oh, you take steroids, got it. Okay. So
No, if it was a dildo, yeah, no. If I said that, fair enough. Yeah, no, it was just
Okay.
a fucking little vibrator. And I was-
okay, I just want to clarify. I'm gonna put some context to this story. That way, if this gentleman hears this, he's like, "Motherfucker, you made fun of my penis size.
Oh yeah, no.
I was over
yeah, I would be the asshole in
Go
this
fuck
situation.
yourself."
I didn't even.
No,
take
I
it
would come into
Oh, I
this
know.
being like, I pulled a dick move. Like, no.
Okay, so well, sometimes James, you don't realize you pull a dick move until I go, "Hey, buddy,
Hey, buddy.
do you realize you did this wrong here?" And you go, "Oh
No.
yeah, I thought I had a really good story. Come to find out, I'm an asshole." I went, "Nope, you're just a dick, and we're here to point it out for you, big guy. So good on you."
Nah,
No.
this one was just all of a sudden. And there was this older lady that kept going on about how she didn't believe in witchcraft to me.
Mhm.
And it was just so interesting because
Wait,
she was just this.
do you believe in witchcraft?
Yes.
I know you do. You
My
practice it?
girlfriend's a witch,
Oh,
so, but I don't know how much I believe.
okay.
But
Well,
yeah,
you know what?
she
I
was.
guess with a name like Haven, I guess you do
Yeah, a little bit.
practice things like that, don't you? How'd you know she was fucked up? Her name was Strawberry. Like, like, all right, her name's Haven.
I've
got it, she's a
chose
witch.
yeah, I've chose interesting names my last few.
Yeah, so got it. I guess with a Haven, you got to, I guess you're part of a covenant somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right.
And
And
she,
continue.
but it was this clueless old lady came in and grabbed some lanyards or something and brought it up and asked what it said, like for me to read it to her. And I was like, it says don't smoke blunts, not witches, or burn blunts, not witches. And she just like got super uncomfortable immediately and was just like, oh, I don't think I want that one. And just was like, I was like, oh, okay. Is there another one you would like to look at? It's just, I don't believe in witchcraft. I was just like, all right. It just kept
Fantastic.
repeating herself until like I would give a response because I was just trying to ignore that part.
Be like, yes, ma'am. I understand that, but if you look at Salem's history, they burned a few, and we just want to make sure we don't do that again. We want you to
like
have a
my
joint.
thing was
and
I
not
said
have,
I
you
was like, witches are just other people. I don't really think there should be hate.
Witches are just people too,
Yeah. And that's all I said. I was like, witches are people too. I don't really think there should be hate. And she just got super quiet and just was trying to ask me for help with other stuff. And I just like silently walked away and was like, I'm not helping this bitch. I'm not gonna lose brain cells over this. And then like whenever they were just about to come check out, I just went on break.
Oh, break time.
Yeah, like as they were about to walk up, I was just like, nope, I'm out. Fuck you.
Was that from Clerks? Clerks 2? I do call it break time. I think it's from Clerks 2. I'm not for sure. Someone help me out here. I know it's something like that.
Fucking it was just weird. I had a bunch of weird people this week.
Don't you just
But I don't know.
retail? That's the only good thing about working retail. Is
Interesting
you
people.
just meet the salt of the earth people in all realms. All realms.
And I want to start working in bartending, and it's going to be the same thing.
You need to find a hole. You what? Nope. You don't want to fucking like Applebee's.
No.
Or like an atomic cowboy type club
No.
or a busy bar. You want to find a tavern. You want to find a local tavern where it's mostly beer and it's old dudes telling you weird stories.
Like
Yep.
Reds.
Like Reds, yes.
I want to go do that for a
Or the
while.
Wedge Bar in the wonderful French community of LeMay. Or the Haven up in, Carondelet area. Those pipe bars. Those are fun. Like
Yeah.
those.
And
the
eventually,
the hill bars.
once I get enough practice, I think I would want to do a speakeasy or something like that, where I have to like have a uniform and shit.
Yeah.
But
But
I
you
think
just
for
want-
now,
yeah.
something like that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's where you want to start out at, and that way, and with your personality, you'd be like, "What the fuck?" And you just like, and don't go and argue with them. Just shut up and listen.
No,
Just
and yeah,
like, yeah,
I
just shut up and
have
listen and be
that
like-
other side of me where I just become everyone's friend, and I'm just like, all right, let's see where
like-
this story goes.
You're like, yes, okay. I do want to know where the bodies are buried. Yes, please enlighten me.
Yeah,
Like
like-
shit like that.
Oh, it'll be a good one.
That would be awesome. So
But yeah,
weird customers this week, huh?
then this morning, I got really caught off guard by my girlfriend. She was just woke up in like a pissy mood. Like apparently I was watching some TikToks and didn't listen to something she said, and then just immediately was mad at me. So I was just like, all right, whatever. I'm not gonna join you in being mad. I'm just gonna go take a shit and go get dressed.
And I'm gonna bring my day.
Yeah, like I was just
I'm
like,
gonna go to the-
I'm not gonna join you on this one. Like,
go-
nope.
I'm going to the bathroom, losing a few pounds. I'm gonna come out with a smile on my face, and I'm gonna get a cup of coffee, and we're gonna see what's up with you. What's up?
Yeah, like I couldn't join her on this one. And then like in the middle of her explaining herself of why she's upset and being like, you just weren't fucking listening and all this stuff. And she was just kind of like was looking down upset and then looked up and was like, I think I'm starting my period. And I just lost my fucking mind laughing. Like I didn't have to say anything. I was just like, all right, yeah, maybe.
So, do you need me to go to the store? Is it Haagen-Dazs, Ben and Jerry's? Is it?
Oh, that's
Goldfishes?
the other thing that happened this week.
Is it goldfishes? Is it Cheez-Its? What do you need? What do you need from me? And here's the remote. You know where Netflix is at. Just stop yelling at me today. So you just
Yeah.
pull that stunt after you stop
Somewhat.
laughing. After you stop laughing at her.
I was just sorry. I was like, do you need anything? Like,
Like,
what do you?
what do you need from me? Like, I get it. Like, what do I gotta do to quarterback this correctly?
But so I know you guys like the weird stuff of Walmart, the weird products of Walmart. At least John does.
Who doesn't?
Yeah. So, have you seen the Kraft mac and cheese ice cream?
No, but I've seen Kraft mac and cheese gummies.
Oh my god!
Like they're in the
Um,
same blue box and they're like gummy bears or gummy worms or
I'm okay with
something.
trying that. Also, you
I'm
need
sorry.
to try the ice cream. It is so bad.
I'm not gonna buy
I'm
it.
not wasting my money on that.
Yeah.
To me, it's worth wasting the money on because it's such good ice cream. Like it's so creamy. It has such a nice texture
But
and
it's
everything.
cheese.
But it tastes like fucking Kraft World War II cheese. It's horrible.
I don't know how anybody would expect that to taste good.
I was
Listen,
hoping that there was frozen noodles in it just to give you a little like surprise.
no, because
little
listen,
surprise
the
crunch.
little Debbie's ice cream, the nutty butter, the
That
cosmic
makes
brownie,
sense though.
the Swiss cake, or the oatmeal cream pie one was phenomenal. That's one of my
Hey!
favorites. The nutty buddy is the best one though. Bless you.
I would want to try the oatmeal cream pie one. I didn't get those.
It was good.
yeah, Swiss cake roll. Those are badass. I think the only one I didn't like was the honey bun.
They were okay. Like I don't think I'd go on a rampage and buy all of them again. It was
No,
cool to try.
I would just buy the oatmeal cream pie one and the nutty buddy, but we have that upstairs. I will not try the mac and cheese. I'm sorry. I did who bought where did you find that at Walmart?
Walmart. And the company has like other really, really fucking nice flavors. Like we
Like
got
what?
a royal wedding cake flavor,
Who
which
made
is
that would be
elder flowers and lemon.
Who made this?
It's like Von something. It was fucking expensive ice cream also.
Okay, not wasting my money on that. I'm sorry. Can't do it. Not bringing myself to it. Not happening, bro.
It was quite a bit.
It's just not happening. Can't do it. Not bringing myself to do that. All right.
And it was just in this like super nice looking fucking their blue and yellow packaging ice cream pint.
Oh
And
my
it-
god.
Did you find it?
Fuck off. How much is that?
$12.
It's $12. Are you out of your goddamn mind?
I think I spent 8 on it.
Van Leeuwen?
Yeah, a really good ice cream. They're like fucking good ice cream.
If they have a sample of it at Sam's or something, I will try. I am not spending a nickel on that, dude. Bro, you're on your own. I am not trying mac and cheese ice cream.
I would try it, but I'm not buying
Okay,
it
I'm not buying
to
it.
try
I
it.
will
It's
try it. I'm
so
not buying it.
bad. Like we finally found the hot ones wings.
How did you do?
We didn't do last dab because I had to work the next day and I didn't want to shit myself.
Pussy.
I still have more. I was gonna do them still, but the first 2 sauces are fucking good.
The OG hot sauce.
The
and
middle one is my favorite.
The middle one is good. The middle one is a
Los
good hot sauce.
Calientes.
That's it. And then their original hot sauce. It's a good hot sauce. It's just a regular hot sauce.
Mom's
So-
the only other one that could handle Los Calientes. Everyone else in the house was a big pussy baby bitch.
And you haven't done the last dab yet, huh?
No,
Is your mom gonna do the last dab?
I doubt it.
They have some legit ice cream flavors.
What kind of
Yeah.
ice cream flavors do they have?
Brown sugar chunk, chocolate cookie dough brownies and walnuts. They got just chocolate fudge brownie, cookies and cream, Earl Grey tea. That would be fucking delicious.
Oh my! Oh, I didn't see
Hazelnut
that one.
fudge cookie,
What was that peanut butter
Marion
fudge
berry
cookie?
cheesecake, honeycomb,
Ooh,
mint
honeycomb.
chip, mocha cookie crumble. That's
Mint
me.
chip mocha cookie crumble.
Peanut butter brownie, praline butter cake, Sicilian pistachio, vanilla bean. Like it's a pretty
Damn.
cool website. They got a bunch of vegan shit if that's what you're into. And you got ice cream bars.
And yeah, the texture of the mac and cheese ice cream is really nice.
I
Like
think
while
so.
scooping it, I was like, "Mm."
Nice.
But it is like neon yellow also.
Yeah, I looked it up.
Yeah, it did not look very appetizing at all. That's why I was like, hell no.
It was so bad.
No.
But we had the hot ones, and I was just like, whenever we do the last dab, we should use the mac and cheese ice cream as the chaser. And Haven was just started thinking about it. It was like getting nauseous.
Well, if that's a great combination to her, then you know she's prego. All right. She's just like, I wanted. Yep, that's weird.
You
Mac
know who
and
you know who I'm gonna send that to, right?
Carter,
Who
Dad,
likes mac and cheese?
Maddie.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. I was thinking the
Oh
ice cream. I was thinking
God.
the ice cream knuckleheads that are out right now
Maddie is obsessed
with
with
mac and cheese.
mac and cheese.
I hope you have a daughter that just eats that normally
Yeah, we do.
and you're
She-
disappointed.
Who, Maddie? Or
Yeah, if
would
she
be.
just starts eating that ice cream normally, like I'd be sad.
She won't. She would probably try it,
She'll go
or she's
try
gonna shoot me back and be like, "Ew."
Yeah, one of the two. Like that's the ketchup.
Tell her to
ice
go
cream.
get it.
Don't
She
they
put
have a
ketchup.
ketchup-
She puts ketchup on her mac and cheese.
Yeah, don't they have a ketchup ice cream and a mustard ice cream
I would totally eat the mustard ice cream.
and stuff like that? All right, Jamie.
I mean,
Anyway,
I would try it.
I love mustard.
I would try it. That sounds like a Rhett and Link episode. What can you make into ice cream?
Ugh, I don't know. Well, yeah, I think they did do a peanut or an ice cream like a. There's even I think
Peanut
Hidden
butter
Valley,
ice cream is good.
I think Hidden Valley has a ranch ice cream.
Ugh.
That's over the fucking
Ranch
line.
people hurt me. I don't like ranch people.
I am not a ranch dressing person.
There's people that are like obsessed with ranch,
I'm not obsessed
and Allison
with
is
it.
one of them.
I mean,
There's a restaurant.
It's pretty good, but bleh,
I'm
not
not.
gonna-
Yeah. You're not a ranch person. What did you say? What did our daughter say?
She goes, "Ew!" I told you, "Ew!" Laughing my ass off. It's mac and cheese flavored. I don't know.
I don't know. There's a restaurant here in St. Louis called the Twisted Ranch, and they have like 900 different in-house ranch dressings that they make.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like the Twisted Ranch. I don't know if it's like 900. It's like 100. Like they have so many. Like
That's odd.
like you order food and they bring you out like the thing. I think of. I've never been there, so I've never been there. But someone was like, yeah, they just bring out like different ranch dressings. All types of different dressings.
That's funny.
Maddie said she couldn't do it.
Huh. I figured she'd be all about that.
She loves her some mac and cheese, but she's like, I couldn't do it.
Huh.
She goes, "Ew."
Weird. Jamie, anything else for your wishes this
I
week?
don't think that's pretty much it. Those fucked me up this
Weird,
week.
weird ice creams, bad customers. Got it. You got anything besides?
And a girlfriend having an
I-
epiphany.
That's funny.
I went Wednesday, or was it Tuesday? No, it was Wednesday, and got a tattoo by one of Colton's buddies since kindergarten. That's an apprentice at a shop around here in Chesterfield.
Hmm.
Yep.
Dude, you did a fantastic job.
He's got my friend Michelle, my best friend, is going on Wednesday. John has an appointment with him on Friday. So he's trying to get to the point to where he can like start getting paid. So I was like, dude,
Yeah,
I have a ton of people that just let you practice. So
How much? Oh yeah,
What'd you get?
You got a
I
rose.
got
Check
an
this-
American traditional rose.
Nice. Yep. Oh shit, that's big.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did a fantastic job on it.
Like-
Here, I'll send you a Snapchat of it real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot bigger than I thought for an apprentice.
He drew it up himself. It was he had to do red and like saturate the red.
That was his lesson.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hold on.
And his
Old school apprenticing, people that still do it is really impressive to me because it's kind of up in the air now whether you kind of need to.
right. And his apprentice told him because he couldn't do green yet. And his apprentice was like, hey man, go ahead and finish the green. But that's like the faux pas right there because you can't go from a dark like the red to like a light like the green. So he's like, I have a different, we'll have to finish it a different day. I'm like, cool, like whatever. So I'm
Yeah.
throwing people I know that are like, hey, give the kids some practice.
Yeah, now I just need to do what he want. Like, I need to figure out what I want and where I want to put, or where he wants to put, and where he needs to work on it.
Yeah.
I need to figure out. I need to message him. I'll message him later today and be like, "Hey man, where part of the body do you need to work on?" It depends on what I would like. I'm gonna get something American traditional because I
That's
don't
what
have.
he's in right now.
Yeah,
like they're
'cause
in.
I
Give
don't
him a
have-
butt cheek.
Well, I got a thigh, and then I have a couple, calves, and then that he can work on, and then if he wants to do one on my hand,
I don't think he's ready for that.
Like if he wants to do like that rose like on my hand, I would totally do it.
All right, fair enough.
No? Or if he needs to do like
Just with a princess, I would be careful with hand. That's the only
Yeah.
thing.
I trust Eli. I have faith
Yeah,
in him.
I get
have
that
faith.
also.
He's,
Maybe
he's
your
gonna
fupa.
be he's
I got
gonna
faith.
be good. I mean, he's kind of light-handed, but he has the potential to be very light-handed when he gets there. Very meticulous. That was a highlight
Yeah.
of my week. Anything I can do to help the kid out. So
Hmm.
Yeah, so she got to do some new ink. I get some new ink on Friday. So speaking of our kid, of the oldest.
Oh, you got the cops called on him again, didn't it?
No. I'll get it. I'll get it. I'll get it. I'll loop back around to that. I'll loop back in around to that here. I gotta tell you this. So everyone that knows me, I sleep probably 4 hours at a time.
No.
And Colton's usually up in the middle of the night when I wake up in the middle of the night. And for some odd reason, him and his girlfriend, like, they listen to like the TV on loud. You know what I mean? They like it's loud.
Listen to the.
Or watch TV on loud.
Okay.
Like it's
I
loud.
was like, are they just doing something else
No,
while
no.
you
They
walk
like,
in on
they-
Netflix and chill? Like, what's
no.
happening?
They're watching a movie and it's on loud. Like it's like I'd say the TV goes to 10, they're at 11. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it could just because it's the middle of the night. I don't know. So the other morning, I open the bedroom door and I can hear the song "Give Me Some Lovin'."
is that okay? I didn't mean to interrupt you. Dad's gonna get us a foot long to split
Yeah, that's fine.
Subway Club.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I could hear the Spencer Davis groups "Give Me Some Lovin'."
Give me some loving.
I mean, like it is coming. Like I have my earbuds in,
Clear, like clear as day.
Just
Can hear it.
just-
Yeah.
clear, and I'm like, why are they watching Days of Thunder? Because that's the first song of the movie I think of when I hear that song, and I'm like, that's not right. They're not watching Days of Thunder. That's not even close. That's not even close to being correct. I'm like, oh, I know what movie they're watching. So I come down here. I come to the man cave, check some emails. Some time goes by. 30 minutes go by. I go upstairs to use the restroom. I come walking out, and Colton is in the kitchen making like a chicken patty sandwich for some reason at 5:30 in the morning, which I found strikingly is weird.
Dinner.
But it was dinner. That's his dinner time.
I was
So I
like,
have to-
man.
I have to remember
been
that.
there.
Yeah. So he's making himself a chicken patty sandwich, and he has his head down. So when I walk into my kitchen, I'm looking at him at the island, and he has his head down making. the
Yeah.
sandwich. And I know what movie he watched. I'm like, hey man, what did you think of Back of the Future Deadpool? And watching him this took 10 seconds for him to get this joke. And I'm going to explain to people in the crowd that what I'm saying, the joke, if you're not getting it.
I don't
Back to
think
the
I
Future.
am.
Back to the Future Deadpool. And Colton, it takes 10 seconds. It's the slow
He just
burn.
doesn't move. Yeah, he just doesn't
This
move.
is a slow burn of a joke. And he looks like if you remember the old cartoon of how the Grinch stole Christmas, of when his heart grew and
And
the
his face
smile just goes, and this big fucking dopey smile, and he goes, "Do you mean the Atom Project?"
Oh, that makes sense.
Dude,
All right. Yep.
I am in the fucking kitchen dying laughing. He goes, "We're still watching it," and I am fucking laughing, dude. Like I am, because and he looked like the Grinch, like like the stupid fucking smile, and that beard of his makes it even better, and I'm fucking losing it. And I'm like, he goes, "It's pretty good so far. We're still watching it." I was like, how fantastic. Like, it was awesome.
What kind of bread? Italian.
Yeah, that's fine. American, yeah, something. Surprised me. Anything but wheat. I don't like their wheat bread.
That's why I went Italian because I like wheat. You don't.
So that kicked off. Actually, I think that kicked off my week, by the way, was that joke to Colton. I was like, I'll write this down for the podcast so I don't remember. I got to write this down. I would like to give a big shout out to James at whatever security company that that solicited me and accidentally called me. I thought it was the VA calling me for a doctor's appointment. So I picked up the phone. Wasn't the VA. It was James trying to sell me home security. And I want to give you a big shout out, James. Here's why. Because as soon as you said, hey, man, this is James from blah, blah, blah security, I'm like, oh, fuck. I picked up the wrong phone number. Shit. Fuck. And I was like, well, how can I end this real quickly? I'm like, hey, James, I got to go. I just got my foot chopped off. I'm waiting for the ambulance to show up. James did not. It would stop most people in their tracks, right?
Yeah.
Not James.
We don't stop.
James went, hey, sir, I'm sorry to hear that. If you had our security company, you wouldn't have to make the phone call. You just would have had to yell help.
What?
And oh, dude, he just went right into a sales pitch. I was like, oh, James.
I would have
bravo.
stopped everything and be like, I don't have a foot cut.
I would.
What?
Oh,
All
James.
right.
I went, oh, James. Oh, James. And he went, yes, sir. I went, bravo. I'm proud of you. And I almost feel bad for doing this to you. He goes, what's that? And I went, click, and hung up the phone. Like, I was not even mad at this man. If I would have had money to buy a home security service right at that time,
Yeah.
I would have. I would have done it. Because the man did not miss a beat because he just went, oh, sir, I'm sorry to hear that. But if you had our home security service,
If I was his manager, like, holy fuck.
They need to use that call for training purposes. That is
Yeah.
one that you definitely need to keep as recorded and keep it for training purposes. I was not
Oh, that's amazing.
even mad about that.
This is how you do sales.
Oh, dude, the guy was. What do you do? I was just like, oh shit. What was your? I went, hold on, stop. I'm like, what's your name? He goes, James. I went, okay, James. I went, I feel bad for what's about to happen to you. And as a man who is in sales, I feel even worse. But bravo on you for not missing a beat. And good on you for making that into a sales pitch. But have a nice day. Click and just hang up the phone. I can't do nothing. I can't do nothing
Oh
after that.
my god. It's amazing.
Here, I think I'm going to fuck with the dude. The dude spun it on me. I can't help it. But, you know, you tip your cap, you realize you lost, you just hang up the phone and you go about your day. You know what I'm saying? So,
I've had some weird interaction with Jameses over the years. We're a
Yep.
weird breed.
you guys are.
There was one time I was added to a group chat on Instagram of all the James Fortneys on Instagram.
All 8 of you.
I think there was like 20 something.
Oh, wow. Do you guys should all meet up and have like a fight to the death?
The
One-
one last
one
James.
One James Fortney to rule them all. Who are you? I'm the ruler of the Instagram James Fortneys. I'm not saying kill each other, but you know what I mean? Just one of you have to
Battle Royale.
like whoever loses has to get off Instagram, and there's only one James Fortney on Instagram after that. And you go by as the James Fortney of
The James
Instagram.
Fortney.
Of Instagram. That's your handle. No,
But yeah, there's like multiple James Fortneys that follow me on Instagram.
nice.
That's funny though.
So, where should I go next? I should go with the neighborhood drama, or should we talk about opening day?
Save opening day before, like towards the end. That'll be longer than your drama.
You think that? You think? Let's save opening day. Okay.
Yeah, because
Save
I want
opening
to
day.
chime in with the
Ah.
service.
We have updates about the fucking piece of shit neighbors.
Parking
Or
spot.
about the
yeah.
parking spot.
Yes.
in Florida.
Yup. This is what I was waiting for.
All right. Quick
Dun,
update.
dun, dun.
Quick update, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know what's going on, I have lived in my house. We have lived here for almost going on 8 years.
8 years.
Be 8 years in November. Actually, Halloween of this year.
John's on the run from the cops.
I'm not on the run from the cops.
Not
All right. So I have parked. I live on a no parking side of the street, but I get it. I understand that I am automatically in the wrong in the story that I'm updating you all on, and I get
Yeah.
this. But
Yep.
on the other side of my street, where there normally be a house, there's another street. So there's no parking on the opposite side of that street. So I live in a part of like kind of an intersection. I get it. I'm also parking in an intersection for you in the law. Go fuck yourselves. I get it. I'm in the wrong, not
Like,
once,
yeah.
but twice.
You're not
But I
arguing. Yeah.
live in a subdivision where people drive 15
It's not a
miles
cut
an hour.
through street. It's not. Yeah.
It's
You
nothing.
can get out any street you go down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a cut through
Uh,
street. It is a neighborhood of a neighborhood. Yeah.
It is. There's multiple outlets. It's not like I live on a dead end or anything like this.
Nope. Yeah.
And these people fucking fly.
Yeah,
through
and
this.
there's no one who does 15 miles per hour in
Fuck
this
no.
subdivision. They're doing like 25 to 30,
30.
and trust me, I walk the neighborhood and I know which one of you assholes drive like that. It's all of you. So, up until about now going 3 weeks ago, we have parked in front of our house without any qualms. No questions
Yeah.
asked,
For at
nothing.
least the last 7 years, 8
7 years up until about 3 weeks ago, this has happened. We have parked there, no questions asked. Everyone's problem. If anybody's have a problem, they've come to us and it's like, hey, can you move your car real quick? We're like, hey, man, we get it. We'll understand. Let's move these cars. Let's do the car shuffle and everyone get out. And, we got it. We are neighborly. We are friendly. I do it for 2 reasons, actually, multiple reasons. Neighbor to this side of me has 3 kids, 2 adults. They have 5 vehicles. They park They park in their driveway, and park on the other side of the street. Guess what? That's where we would park if we have the opportunity. Guess what? That's where they park. Neighbor to this side, they have multiple vehicles and work vehicles. They park over their driveway and everything like that, and they park on that side of the street. So there's no room really for me to park except for up the street this way, where it's out of view for anything, or up the street the best way, where it's out of view for anyway. Okay. Now the cops are getting called on me because a neighbor has decided that they don't like me parking in the no parking zone that's in front of my house that I just described. So clearly
That they don't even drive past.
Yes, they do.
Oh, they come from the opposite direction.
Nope. So
That-
the first time,
okay.
so now I'm rewinding the story. I'm getting everyone caught up to what has
Yep.
updated. So the first time someone called, we had 2 officers stop by. They're like, "Hey, man, we get it. We
I'm
understand.
sorry. They
I don't-
basically said.
we don't want to be knocking on your fucking door, but please just move the vehicle." I'm like, "All right, I got it." So he goes, "Just wait a couple of days and hopefully this blows over." So I went to talk to the police station. The cop at the police station, the cops at the police station said the same thing. Like, dude, just wait a couple of days. Hopefully it just blows over. We get it. We're on your side here. Just a couple of days go by. We started parking in front of our house again. And on a Saturday night, we get another officer to stop by. It was like, "Holy fucking shit, dude. Do you think I want to be here right now knocking on your door?" I went, "No."
He was almost embarrassed.
He
Oh,
could not be
no.
more apologetic. He goes, I'm like, "Dude," I go, "I think I have a neighbor up here who's pissed off at me." He goes, "Nope. You have a neighbor coming from that direction that doesn't like you for some reason. Maybe you should do some investigating. It's that way. And figured out what's going on, man." He goes, "Because me talking to you right now, clearly he's not talking to the right person." He goes,
Yeah.
"So something's going on." Okay. So I'm like, maybe if we just park there another fucking time, this person will come up, say something to me. We can cash this out because it's my son's car. He's an overnight nurse. He parks there during the day because in the morning, there's usually nowhere for him to park in the first place. He parks there when he gets home from work. He sleeps, he gets up, he goes to work. Okay. So he parks there again. And man, I am sitting here Sunday afternoon. I have the garage door open and I hear a car door slam. I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" I look out, there's another police officer, and there's some flyman on my son's car. So I jump out, I run out. I'm like, "Hey, officer, hello." Not once, not twice. And then the third time I yelled, "Hey, officer." And he finally, because he was in his car and his back was to me, and he turned around
Yeah.
and he rolled out his window and he goes, "What?" I went, "Whoa, hey, sorry, didn't mean to startle you." what's this? This is my son's car. He's actually, this was Monday or Tuesday night, because he was going to Tuesday night because Colton had to work.
Yeah.
And normally he would have been leaving at
Yeah.
that time, but he had to run to the
This,
bathroom.
yeah,
so it
this is
took
like
him
6
longer.
o'clock Tuesday night.
5:55
Yeah.
on the list on the ticket thing.
Yeah. So I go over the warrant. He gave us he put a written warning. I go, hey, what's this? And this is the opening statement out of the officer's mouth that I automatically got me mad. He goes, someone called in complaint, said you're parked in the no parking zone and wanted to see a white ticket on the car. So I did it. I went, oh, I didn't know we could call in tickets on people like we're ordering pizza from Domino's.
Yeah.
And he went, excuse me? I'm like, that's what you just told me. I'm like, hey, man, my son's leaving. I'm like, he's leaving to go. He goes, that's just a warning anyways. I'm like, that's fine and dandy. I'm like, my son's leaving to go to work. I'm like, this is my house. I live here. He goes, you're in a no parking zone. I'm like, he goes, it's posted over there. I'm like, yeah, that one's for the curb. I'm like, that's for the curb. I'm like, if you're going to do it right, I'm like, you're talking about the sign up this way. I get I'm in the no parking zone. I know I'm in the wrong. But I'm like, but he's parked in an intersection. People can get around him. He goes, well, would you like me to write you a ticket for him parking in the intersection then? I went, why the fuck are you escalating this for no reason?
Yeah.
And he goes, don't tell me how to do my job.
You let the neighbor tell you.
I went, yeah. And I went, okay, you let the neighbor tell you. I'm like, but I'm like, listen, I'm like, this is my house. We've parked here for 8 years. Listen, I'm like, I talked to the police station and they're like, hey, we don't give a shit. Park there. We understand you're in front of it. We're not going to mess with you. You know? I'm
Yeah.
like, that's why I'm trying to figure out why now I'm getting messed with again. He goes, I've told you why. I went, okay. I'm like, hey man, who are you protecting and serving right now? He goes, excuse me? I went, who are you protecting and serving? As soon as I said that, I knew my argument was I was not going to win this argument from the word jump from this guy because he won. It told me people are ordering tickets like they're ordering Domino's pizza. 2,
Yeah.
he's escalating and bullying the situation for nothing. So if you've ever been in these situations with officers, stop talking to them. Don't do what I just did. I'm going to use me as a bad example. Don't do what I do. Just walk away and eat it because this guy's an asshole. And then go file a complaint like I did the next day. So my neighbors are outside laughing. All my neighbors heard me go, who are you protecting and serving right now? He goes, excuse me? I'm like, as your job as an officer.
Yeah.
Your job is to protect and serve. Who are you protecting and serving right now? And he goes, you have a nice day, sir, and drove off. All my neighbors.
Oh, he was fucking embarrassed from that
all my
one.
neighbors are just like, bravo, motherfucker. Good job, John. Like, good on you. I'm just like, I just painted the biggest fucking bullseye on my back that God's ever put on me. So I go down and file the complaint on Monday with the officer. I'm like, why are you having officers bully people by this? And since when can I call in a speeding ticket on somebody?
Or just a ticket in general.
Or a ticket in general?
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm like, because that's what happened. So I'm talking to the officer, explaining this to him at the police station. What's going on? And he looks at me and he goes, you're in the wrong. I'm like, I'm in the wrong. Go by my house and tell me if I'm in the wrong. So, you know what I mean? This is one of those gray areas that you should be able to be like, oh, yeah, you're in the wrong, but you're in the right as well. You know what I mean? I'm like, because it was in front of your house, this wouldn't happen because you're an officer and I'm not. But since I'm not an officer, this is happening. And he goes, well, you chose to live there. I went, I'm sorry, what? He goes, you chose to live there. You can move. I went, you should run for fucking politics, man. He goes, excuse me? I went, hey, you don't like $4 or $5 gallon or $4 or $5 or a gallon of gas? You should go you can't afford that? You should spend $50,000.
Yeah, go buy an electric car.
I can barely afford my fucking house now, and you tell me to go fucking move? And he goes, I didn't tell you that. I went,
what the fuck did you just say to me?
I went, hold on.
Yeah.
I went, hold on, officer. I went, hold on, officer. You have a body camera on and that red light's on. He goes, yeah. This is being recorded. Yeah. I went, pull the tape. He
Yeah.
goes, you're going to have to go to City Hall and find out why and get this rezoned if you want to park in front of your house.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I'm not pissed off, not one, but two police officers because they don't know how to talk to citizens. They ran into one guy who's kind of a smart ass, and I need to apologize to them because I am a smart ass because I was being a smart ass to them, and I did flip the script, but I didn't do it until at the very end, and I'll eat my words. If they want to apologize to me, I'll apologize to them. But God forbid if you're going to bully me or tell me to fucking move.
So
Yeah.
when Colton came home that Wednesday morning, he parked on the opposite, like directly across from our house on that little side street there by the neighbor's house. And he was waiting to walk across the street, and the car from the house he thinks is doing it, like drove by him real slow and was kind of like something like that, like did some kind of like fucked up gesture. Colton's like, okay.
So I went and talked to.
Oh, I would have just followed the car then.
No.
If it was some shit like that, I would
He
have
was
just
getting ready
started
to walk-
walking
he
behind
was
them,
getting ready
just
to
been
walk
like,
to the
So-
house. They were leaving.
So I went and talked to City Hall. City Hall, one gentleman, like I talked to the county clerks or the clerks at City Hall, and the ladies were like, "You can't park in front of your house." I went, "No." And then went, "Why?"
Never had a problem before.
And I explained it to him again, and the ladies were like, "I'm like, can I get a parking pass? Can I apply for something for a parking pass? Anything?" And they went, "Oh my God, this is the dumbest. Like, you're gonna have to go next door and talk to." I'm like, "Don't tell me to go talk to the police officers. Do not." I'm like,
yeah.
because they are not happy with me right now. And I'm like, and I get it because I'm an asshole. Like, I get it, and we're not seeing eye to eye on things. So there's a guy who overheard me. He took down for my information. He's
It's
like,
wait, with the police, they had to have this view of like, this one asshole is calling in shit, wasting our time, but then you come into the situation to waste more of their time,
I don't
and
wanna
they're
waste-
just
I don't want to waste anybody's fucking time.
and yeah, that's not your point. You just want to get shit resolved, but
I just want to be
they're
left the
just
fuck
like-
alone.
they're just like, their minds are blown, probably just being like, why is this our job?
I just want to be left alone. That's it.
So whoever, if that person is the one that's calling that drove past Colton, he had his scrubs on. He had his name
Yeah.
badge on. You clearly know we're not pulling this out of our ass being like, hey, he is a night nurse. You know, he is a first responder, whatever the fuck you want to call him now.
I knocked. Okay, so after the officer was nice enough to leave me the warning ticket on my door on my son's car, I decided to walk door to door. It was like, "Hi, my name's John. I live here. My son parks in front of my house. I know it's a no parking side of the street. We have done this for over 7 years now, going on 8. Can you please stop calling the cops on me so we don't have to do this anymore? Like, we're the only ones that park on that side of the street. You know, everybody knows why we park there. We're
Yeah.
trying to be neighborly and out of the way. Please stop." All the neighbors I talked to were like, "Why are you ruining my dinner with this? I don't even know who the fuck you are or what's going on," except for one. That person could not get me off their front porch fast enough and was just like, "Man, I don't know what you do." And he goes, "You know how people are. They just can't mind their own business." He goes, "And they're not going to own up to it anyways. And, I got to go cook my dinner and have a nice day. Shut the fucking door in my face." I was like,
Okay.
"All right, man. Clearly, you have a guilty conscience, and I know who the fuck you are now. And I got my eye on you." So that is the update and the story of me not being able to park in front of my car. So the guy at City Hall did call me back and was just like, "They're not going to rezone it. I told the guy I was going to pass the phone number on to him, or his phone number on to you, and you can expect a phone call from him." And I went, "Oh, I'm going to have a face-to-face with them. Like, this is stupid. Like, if I have to get it, if they're like, hey, you need to have a fire chief come out there and sign off on rezoning it, I got one of those guys
Cool.
on speed dial.
Cool. Yeah. Like,
I'm like, okay, cool. I'll have that. He's been to my house. He's gotten drunk at my house. Hell, he's parked in front of my house.
yeah. Like,
You know what I mean? Go fuck yourself, guys. I'll get this rezoned, and then you guys can't do dick about it. So go fuck yourself. Now on to some fun things, shall we? Done with the drama.
it is. Yeah, that's one of the dumbest ones.
Now let's get into people watching and having some fun, shall we?
Oh,
Dude, we went to opening day, man. We went to
Opening
opening
day, yeah.
day baseball. Baseball's back, baby.
You said people watching. I immediately knew what you said. Yeah.
I love opening day. Opening day is the best.
He
People
got
watching.
picked up like a rag doll and twirled around by my friend's fiance.
Oh,
This guy,
okay.
he makes John look small.
I'm
He's
6'2"
tall.
and 240,
What is he,
245.
6'4"?
He's 6'4", 6'5".
Big dude.
Every bit of 3.5.
No,
You
Shh.
think bigger?
no, I don't think he's that big.
I think he, baby, I weighed 355.
I don't think he's 350.
I bet he's 3.5.
He's broad. Like he's not
Yeah, I've
fat.
seen Dad at 275, and it's a little scary. Yeah, like I know what you're talking
would-
Okay,
about.
listen,
probably-
when he picked me up, and listen, not only did he pick me up, but he wrapped his arms around me. Like he touched elbows,
Yeah,
picked
Yep.
me up, and brought me eye level with him,
And spun him around.
spun me around like I was like little bunny foo-foo. Like,
did you put your feet up and cross them?
I
His
did-
feet were
my
off the
feet were,
ground.
dude, my feet were like this, bro. Here's my feet. That's how they're going. And then he dropped me to the point where I went when I landed.
Yeah, he almost threw you over his shoulder.
Yeah.
That's how high he picked you
He
up.
picked me up like I was actually probably above his head.
They hadn't seen each other since
Yeah,
May.
I love the man to death. And
May
he's
of
hearing this. Alex, I love you,
last
dude.
year?
I love that man.
May when at the wedding.
Yeah, we've seen him last at a wedding. Yeah.
Yeah.
He normally doesn't smoke, and as soon as he's seen me, I'm like, "Hey, man, I'm walking outside." I'm like, I'll be right back." He goes, "I'm joining you. Let's go." It's like it's a wedding. Let's do this. I'm like, "But you, all right, man, let's go." You know, he's a good man. He's a good dude. But dude, just dropped me. So we
You
get
were the
down early.
weirdos at the game.
No, we didn't go. We don't go to the game. We go downtown just to
Oh, hang
Party.
out in the vibe. Yeah.
Yeah.
dude. Downtown is so much fun.
Oh, I
For
can
opening
imagine.
day.
Yeah.
Here in St. Louis, and everybody that comes here is just like, this is insane. This is an opening day
It is
anywhere else.
definitely insane.
Anywhere else.
It'd be
Anywhere
like
else.
the Buffaloes. Yeah.
It's so much fun, and met like so. We get downtown and we run into like Randy Character. I've never met Randy Character before in my life. I've only heard him on the radio, and he's a local sports radio journalist.
Oh, okay. Local
And-
DJ.
Like a local
Radio, like-
radio analyst and sports
Yeah.
journalist and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
On 101 ESPN, he does the morning with Michelle Smallman, and I always known he was I always knew he was tall. When he shook my hand and he shook my elbow, I didn't realize his hands were that fucking big.
Just the fucking
Dude, just boop, I went, "Oh, there's St. Louis royalty right there, babe." And he went, "What?" I went, and Andrew went, I'm like, "Oh, Randy Character, nice to meet you, sir. I'm, John McQuaid, nice to meet you." I'm like, "This is my wife, Andrea." Super nice gentleman, shared the elevator ride with him. And we're just talking about opening day and the vibe, and it's so fun to go down there. But we got down to Ballpark Village, and we got like the patio directly across the street looking into center field. That's where we sit.
yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's yours. We'll
Aw.
talk about that later. So we get down there, we're inside, we get our drinks, we finally get our bartender, our waitress, our waiter. And I'm like, "Oh, and like we heard his name 1,000 times, like, "Oh, Jeremy will be with you, Jeremy will be with you, Jeremy will be with you." Finally he shows up, I'm like, "Oh, you're Jeremy." I thought, what did he say?
All day, every day.
All day, every day. I thought he said only when the lights are on. And I went, "Oh shit, we're gonna have a good day. This is gonna be a good time." Terrible service, but we got a whole bunch of free shots from him. Like he just,
Even just from that, I was like, oh, I would hate this dude.
like I thought he was gonna be like he was only. I thought he said only when the lights are on. I'm like, "Oh shit, we're gonna have a fucking good day. This is gonna be fun."
We have
We're gonna-"
Janessa. We have Jalissa.
Like,
know, lights
right
are
on.
off.
I'm like, "All right, Jeremy, let's go, man. Let's fucking have a good day."
So we ordered food and drinks and it was a good 45 minutes
Yeah,
plus.
it was
before-
45 minutes. Like I
before
know it was
even the
busy.
drinks came out. So we had drank all of our water, everything.
Yeah.
We're like,
We were a beer, water, 2 beers, 2 waters. Like we were ordering that way. But I know it was busy and they were short staffed, so I don't want to shit on it like him being a bad server.
And
but
that's their probably one of their 3 most biggest days.
unless it's playoffs and
Yeah,
stuff like
so-
that
we
or
were at
something.
the same place last year, had a different server, and it was fucking insane.
Yeah, and last year
That's
we
why
did.
we went
Yeah,
back.
so
Yeah,
you know,
there's
last
some
year-
leniency.
Well, last year when we went there,
it was half capacity. It wasn't full capacity.
it wasn't full capacity or anything like that. We never wanted out of a drink. We had so much, but it's so much fun to go down there and do it. And then
The nachos sucked.
the nachos were bad.
Killed me for like a day and a half, dude.
So we sit outside. We're like, all right, the game's about ready to start. Let's go in somewhere inside so we can listen to the game. We go inside the ballpark village. We go to another bar. They have like a DJ going. And this is where things made a turn.
Do people want to go clubbing during
So,
opening day?
dude, so this is like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and people have been down there since 9.
Yeah,
So
like
people are starting to get drunk and dance. And this they turned on the game when game started, but they had a DJ for like playing club. Like
Pitbull.
it was Pitbull's greatest hits. Like the DJ was playing.
Oh,
Pitbull's
yeah,
greatest album. That's all that was playing.
He was DJ Pitbull.
I could not stop laughing, and when I start laughing, I'm a loud laugher at times. There's people looking at me weird because you could hear me over the music fucking laughing at I'm like, he's playing Pitbull's greatest hit.
Plus, it was so loud in there that you had to yell to talk. Even
Yeah.
he had to yell. I couldn't. I'm sitting across from him. I couldn't hear a goddamn thing.
So
Mr. Worldwide.
we're like looking around, and I look up at one point in time, and I go and get a beer, and I look up, and her and Megan are just in tears, laughing in hysterics. And I'm like, what are you laughing at? And they're like, Cubs 3/4 sleeve. Cubs, of course, at a Cardinals home opener, there's people in Cubs shit. So there's a girl in the fucking dancing that looks like Elaine Bennis in a fucking Cubs jersey, who is about 8 years past her prime.
Oh yeah.
So things are starting to not go in the right places when you move. And these two are just at one point in time, they're not even being like
Pointing
nice
and
about it.
laughing.
They're
Yeah, just like
pointing and laughing. And I'm like, oh, you should not be on the dance floor if that's your moves, you should not do it. Like, just call it. And I didn't think it was going to get worse.
She even got up on the stage.
She did. Oh,
And then
she-
Megan and I were placing bets, going, she's gonna fall. She's gonna
Yeah.
fall face first, face first, face first. She's like, ugh, can't do drunk people, dude. Like I cannot.
so in here, I think things aren't going to get much worse. They do. They get better, and then much worse by better. In walks a guy who clearly is stuck in 2006. 2006 to 2012, because he has the boots on with the bedazzled jeans and the Affliction tap out shirt and the flat bill curved bill hat, like the flat curved up hat
that's a weird mix.
with the boots, the Han Solo outfit of a girlfriend. You know, the brown boots, black leggings, and the black legging top that shows the midriff.
It looks like a Z. Like went like
Yeah,
that.
and the sweater with the beanie on, like the open sweater with the beanie on. Everyone gets what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah.
Everyone sees what I'm doing. Now you got the gentleman who's stuck in 2008. Now you have this lady, this beautiful lady, right? And her vagina that was eating her leggings.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it's just hanging out.
Okay, here's how bad it was. You know the stress balls that you would squeeze the one end and the eyeballs would pop out, and if you'd squeeze the other end, the poop would pop out. Now
Yeah.
turn that sideways and imagine that was her vagina. And when she would move one way, both lips would go to one side and pop out, and then if she'd go to the other side, it would switch to the other lid and other side, and they'd pop out the other side. Yep, exactly like that. And once you've seen that train wreck, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You can't stop laughing and fucking looking at it. It was fucking hilarious. Oh, and the way they were dancing and the hands in the back pocket.
We're heading out.
Dance. Bye. Like, whole 9 yards, dude. It was fucking hilarious. Thank God, until the game started. Then the game started. Then they went over there. They like went to a table. Like, it was fucking.
Somebody was gonna have sex on the table.
Oh,
Like,
it was
just
fucking such a train wreck. Such a train wreck. It was fucking hilarious. People watching down there watching that type of shit
Oh yeah.
is fucking great. Like watching two 50-year-olds try to fuck at a club that are trying to hold on to their 35-year-old use. It's pretty good. You know what I mean? It's a pretty good day when you see shit like that. But that wasn't even the highlight of the day. Let me tell you the highlight of the day right now. So when me and my wife first got down there, we're sitting down there and it started getting a little crowded. We're having drinks. It's just me and her. We're talking and chit-chatting. And then I seen the most gorgeous man that God has ever put on this planet.
no.
Okay. This guy should be in a fucking beer commercial.
And it better your doppelganger or something.
No, this guy better be in a Bush. This guy needs to be in a Bush beer commercial for NASCAR right now. Imagine the perfect bend on the trucker hat with the most gorgeous mullet that God's ever put on a person, with the open jersey, with the ripped blue jeans, with the shit on boots. You have shit on the boots on. And he's standing there with the pencil mustache, just taking it all in. It's just like, this guy had the perfect redneck jeans that God's ever put into a human being. And I was so in awe with this man that I couldn't get a picture. I was like, you got to see this guy. You got to look. And then he turned around and I'm like, Andrew's like, what? I'm like, it's the most gorgeous redneck I've ever seen in my entire life. And she's like, what the fuck? And he turned around. She's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And he's like walking away. It's like, she was like, dude, I'm like, let me tell you something. There is a double wide trailer park right now with a broken heart pregnant
with
sister.
8 kids from that one man.
With a broken heart pregnant sister right now going, I can't believe he left me to go to see a ball game. He needs to get back here to help me take care of these kids. And he's not. He's downtown partying, probably impregnated another cousin or something like that. It was fucking glorious. I love
you're talking about Missouri like that.
Oh, dude, he had to be from the Flatlands. All right, we got to take a break real quick. Those are my wishes, and we got to take a break real quick. We'll be right back. All right, sorry, we're back, but those were our wonderful wishes this week. Good opening day, get everything like that, or good opening day. It's a good week. Can't argue. Besides the fucking neighbors. So, all right, I found a TikTok Reddit story that I need your guys' reaction to.
A little bit longer, but
it's a little bit longer. It's 2 minutes 45 seconds, but it's it's one's a doozy. So strap in, ladies and gents.
All right.
Jamie, make sure we're all good. You good?
Yep, I can see it.
All right.
ER story.
What was your worst I'm so effed moment? Warning, do not read if you are eating, have heart problems, are easily disgusted, or are otherwise unable to handle disgusting things.
Warning.
Super morbidly obese patient was brought in, complaining of severe abdominal and vaginal pain and high fever. Doctor began palpating her abdomen and felt a mass in the lower right quadrant. She was too massive to fit in the ultrasound rooms, so they had to do everything there in the ER. The tech tried to do a regular ultrasound, but it wouldn't penetrate the 700 pounds of fat. So she decided she would have to do a transvaginal ultrasound. The doctor and about 30 nurses lift this woman onto a table and somehow get her into stirrups.
This
All right.
lady.
So everyone knows what's going on
Yeah.
right now?
Yes.
So I think this was one of my old stories that I took out because I was like, this is too much.
So we will continue.
This was disgusting enough. Did I mention she was large? The tech started moving the folds of her thighs and her paniculus out of the way. One nursing student on each side to hold thigh flaps and one to hold stomach flap.
You okay,
I was
boy?
the unlucky effer charged with handing her tools. The doctor had left the room, of course. He told us to just holler when we figured out what the F was going on. So we're yanking on this woman's fat rolls and finally managed to start getting her vagina exposed. Oh. My. God. The smell. This is the most horrifying thing I've ever been exposed to before or since. Now, I worked for a flower shop growing up. I've been to funeral homes. I've seen bodies in all states of decay. I've hunted. I've fished. My grandparents owned cattle, poultry, and pigs. I've rubbed deer urine all over my face. I would roll in cow poop before I went through this again. Her inner thighs and the opening of her vagina were weeping this blackish brown, thick fluid. My
Yup.
classmates on either side of her promptly started gagging into their masks. The tech started screaming for me to run and get the peppermint oil. I dove across the theater for the bottle,
Yep,
ran
I'm
back,
about
and
the
drenched all our
peppermint.
masks in the oil. Once we
Amy,
could
shut
all
up.
breathe again, the tech told me to run for the doctor, that this was an emergency. Okay. I still have no idea what's going on. I can't see past the mountains of fat and the tech, but I do as I'm told. When I finally returned with the doctor, my fellow nursing students were all huddled in the corner
Holding
with
up.
the tech, who looked like she had aged 20 years, in the 10 minutes it took me to come back with the doctor. The doctor walked over and started asking the tech what the hell was going on. Keep in mind, this woman is still in the background screeching about how she wants to get down, and she's hungry, and when are we letting her go home? Somehow, somewhere this woman had found a man desperate enough to F her. The mass in her abdomen? Was the remnants of a placenta. Her body had started rejecting the pregnancy, but because she was so overweight, she never knew she was pregnant, and never realized she was miscarrying. The baby had begun rotting inside her vaginal cavity and the placenta was just floating detached in her uterus. They had to take her in for emergency surgery, scrape the remnants of the baby and the placenta out of her body and put her on IV antibiotics. I know she spent at least a week in the hospital. Past that I don't want to know and pray I never find out. So that's my horror story of why I wimped out of nursing school
Sorry,
in one
paused it.
day.
So how are we feeling? Are we okay? Everyone strapped in? Where do we want to begin? How do we want to dissect this? Are you okay, babe? What's up? You've been to nursing school, so please. Why are you white as a ghost?
I'm not. I'm actually red.
I mean, red and
I don't know.
do you want to bring?
Yeah, this was one of my old stories that like I was like, this is too much. You guys will get mad at me. Like that was one of my pulled because I was like, nah, that's too much.
So first of all, so
Hmm.
in this unbelievable story.
Alabama is my guess.
Okay, first that was my first question: is what state? I'm thinking it's got to be Florida.
I'm saying
No.
Alabama.
Watch it be something weird like New Mexico.
No.
That's my other guess is that this is in Mexico.
No.
No.
Obesity rate is higher there.
What are you thinking, baby?
I'm saying hick hillbilly south somewhere.
Mississippi,
I don't know.
Louisiana. Got it. Those Cajuns.
Maybe. Maybe.
I don't know if it's a Cajun thing.
Sounds kind of methy and heroin-y.
I am baffled.
That A, she found someone to sleep with her. B, that she was that big. C, that she didn't know she was pregnant. D, she didn't know she was pregnant and also miscarried. Or
no,
E,
because okay, like
all of the above.
I could see somebody liking the bigger girl thing because there
Chubby
are guys.
chasers.
There,
A
exactly.
fetish. Got it.
There
Okay.
are guys
It
that
is
are
a
into
fetish,
that,
yeah.
so
She probably just went online, found someone to dump one inside of
whatever.
her.
And I could see and understand how she wouldn't know she was pregnant because she's large,
Mm-hmm.
which could also cause other problems like her not having a regular period,
Yes.
whatever. I am lost at the thought that she had no idea she was miscarrying and that it fucking started rotting inside of her. I
Like-
cannot fathom the fucking smell from that. I can't.
Ugh.
Get the peppermint oil.
Ah.
I have taken care of big patients. I was injured by a big patient. Like this guy was 650. I was injured because he refused to like help move. So we have like 8 nurses, chick nurses, trying to pull this big ass guy onto his special bed that you have to have ordered. And yeah, that didn't work out well. And they do have folds that and they smell sort of. I'm not getting way into this, but
I couldn't imagine the smell is the part
it's a
that I
rotting fucking
that
fetus
is the
that her
part
body rejected.
that I cannot.
I have also never personally had a miscarriage, so I know they are painful. I know
Yeah.
you experience cramps like you're in labor.
And so, yeah, that was my other thought is that
hurts.
I can see her overlooking the pain because of her size. She's going to have chronic pain.
Yes.
She's going to have chronic pain because of her size. I don't think there's any way around that. So I can kind of see that being plausible of like overlooking the pain because it's like, I fucking always hurt. Just another thing.
I'm assuming that she was unable to get up to go to the bathroom often because from what I've heard, like you expel
Yep.
that through your
Yep.
badge, whatever. Then you
Yeah.
go to the doctor and they do a D&C, which makes sure that that does not happen.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's a lot to take, isn't it?
And these are the kind of stories that'll be on Thursday.
These are the kinds of stories that will be on Thursday. So it's story time.
Jesus Christ.
You don't have to be here on Thursdays,
I
babe.
know you told me that.
You're like, yeah.
I was wondering that still. I was like, I don't know if Andrew is popping in or not.
I'm sure she will every once in a while. All right. Different story. Let's one more story, huh? One more story.
I'm down
This one-
for another one of those.
No. This one isn't that bad. I promise. Promise. Jamie, we good?
He's in the kennel.
Huh?
He didn't complain.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Just making sure.
Got my wife an adult toy of a mold of myself.
Oh,
She
God.
never opened the box, was going to save it for later. She didn't realize it was a mold of me. I was not planning to tell her as I wanted it to be a surprise when she opened it. My sister-in-law was coming out of a nasty divorce and wasn't having much luck. So my wife decided to give her the toy I got her not knowing it was of me. I don't have the heart to tell her that her sister could possibly be fudging herself with my long john. Got my wife an adult toy of a mold of
no. That's it.
Yeah, they're called Clone-A-Willy. We sell them.
Yep. I figured. I mean, how bad would you be if I was like, if I did something like that, and you gave it to like a friend? I was like, hey.
Now, did I open it and look at it before I gave it away?
He said she never opened it. She put it in the closet and it was going to be a surprise.
Okay, then how would I know?
Yeah.
If I opened it and looked at it, I would know
Yeah, you
that
would
was
know.
your dick.
Yeah.
I wouldn't give it to somebody else knowing it
But
was yours.
if you didn't know and then you gave it to someone, I went, you did what? And you're like, yeah, I gave that away. And I
Are
went,
uncircumcised dildos a thing?
I don't
pretty sure
know.
they're just called a ball bat or a cucumber.
All right.
So I mean, you would just, and I was like, oh, by the way, that was a mold of me that you gave away.
I would probably start laughing, and then how the fuck would I be like, hey, give that back? I don't want it back now that you've had it up there. Like, enjoy.
Like,
Oh,
hey,
there is.
Oh,
is there?
Yeah. I can't show it. They
right.
are very more like anatomy.
Now I gotta look.
Yes, please Google
I
that
think
now.
it's supposed to be for like anal play because foreskin's supposed to be better for anal.
Because of the smoothness, right?
Yeah, because it goes back and forth.
All right. All right. It's honor of opening day. We have to see this clip.
What happened?
Batting practice happens at opening day. People got to get their practice in, right? You checking this out,
Someone gets smacked.
dude? What are the odds of this happening? Is the best part. But you gotta get your
I'm good.
practice in. Best reaction. Just give him the finger.
Oh yeah, you just
Dude's pitching batting practice, and he hits the ball to the bucket where the balls are. One pops up and hits the pitcher right in the balls. What's the chances of that? Buy a lottery ticket chances?
that
Are you fucking serious?
yeah, they look pretty phallic.
Oh wow, those are impressive. You know what? We should do that. You know what? We will do the definitely will do a sex toy prices right for the hard show, and we are going to be hard on the sex toys.
Oh, it can be like scary stuff.
Uh-huh. We'll do a sex toy prices right on the hard show, on the live show.
We'll have Pollyanna on one of the hard shows. That would be a good guest.
How fucking funny is that? But what is the chance of that dude getting popped in the balls like that? It wasn't even hit that hard. That
And
dude-
so was that popped out of the basket, like just
Okay.
a random one?
yeah, so they had like a bucket of balls there. Like they had like one of those pull behind carts, like those pull
Yeah, I
behind
know what
carts you
you're
get at
talking-
Walmart, full of softballs. I'm guessing. And this dude hit the cart and the ball went boop and just boop right in the balls. Just
That is a good one.
you know.
What's
we're probably-
next?
We're probably gonna get copyrighted for this, but I don't give a shit.
What
I have to
happened?
show this because you're gonna start seeing this on TikTok. You hate the
Tack
song
talk.
or TikTok. You hate the song, but this is where it originated. This is such a good cover. It's so good. It's so fucking funny. So good. So
Whenever I like try to write something good, and you guys are always just like, "Oh yeah, it's not like." I was
Oh,
in a mental
yeah.
hospital for like the past 3 years, and I just got out. I'm in high school at this point, and you shut the fuck up! Oh my fucking god! Every time.
dude, that dude, fuck. I just got out of the mental hospital for 3 years, and I just got out, and you guys write dog shit stuff. I only write good stuff, you know. And then the drummer, like the drummer deserves all the credit for.
I'm pretty sure it's a skit, but it's a fucking good one.
You think it's a skit?
Yeah, because they have other TikToks and stuff.
Oh, I didn't look into it. Damn
Yeah.
it. Was I fooled?
A little bit, yep.
But it's so good.
That's funny.
But it's so fucking good though.
Oh yeah, it's a good one.
All right. It is a good one. It is good. All right, let's get into some assholes in the news, shall we? Or some weird shit in the news. All right, let's go with the good news for the guys, shall we? Guys, I have good news for you. Sometimes your daughter is just destined to be on the pole. And you know what? Big shout out to this young lady as well for overcoming her rare illness from going from wheelchair to the stripper pole?
I feel like you got to be proud then.
Do you be proud? So this British woman, so was confined to a or confined to a wheelchair as a teenager. Yeah, I can't talk all of a sudden. Let me get a drink. And so what did she have? She was Eleanor Down syndrome. Is that what it says?
Ehlers-Danlos syndrome.
So it causes competition or complicate.
Causes complications to connective tissues
Thank you.
throughout the body,
I
including
just need to hand
skin,
you the story.
bones, and blood vessels.
Makes your ligaments start competing.
Pretty much. And this lady
Ooh.
overcame this.
So basically, her bones were dislocating on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Ow.
So she went on to become a stripper. Good on her. Guys, I think it's just destiny sometimes.
See, my problem with that and where I call bullshit is if she was confined to a wheelchair for that long, her muscles would have atrophied. And
So
she would
it-
have had, like, you know what I mean? Like little bitty skinny legs. Like, how long did it take her to get to that point?
So having being bedbound and just unable to do anything left her really depressed. She was undergo physical therapy 3 times a week to strengthen her. So doctors ordered her physical therapy 3 times a week. With the help of her therapist, the determined Brit learned how to sit up straight, re-walk through water training, stopped her fingers from dislocating, and starting to be able to squeeze things. So she had sounded like she just put in the work to build. Like she was diagnosed with this, went down, and then had to rebuild it back up.
All right.
And to build up her OnlyFans and her Instagram account. So, guys, if your daughter becomes a stripper, just give yourself a break. Sometimes it's just destiny. This lady had a rare fucking disease. She still became one. Just saying. All right. I think sometimes
Would
we
you
just
be
need to give her-
proud?
as long as she was happy. There's nothing I can do. Are you happy? Great. Am I gonna go see you at work? Nope. Sorry, kiddo.
What if Carter?
Carter became a stripper.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go see him
I feel like that would be the one to go see.
because it would be hilarious.
Yes.
Because it would. Why?
like he would do a comedy strip show.
The first thing that jumped in my head was
People just imagine Jack Black.
was the
stripping.
Chris Farley, Patrick Swayze Chippendale skit from SNL. But he's not as big as Chris Farley. Is more like Jack Black, yes. Like it would be Jack Black and Patrick Swayze up there dancing.
I feel like Colton would be
Actually,
uncomfortable
nowadays,
to
it'd be
see
Jack Black
because
and Chris Hemsworth.
Colton would be too good at it, I feel like,
That's a fact.
surprisingly. And then Carter would just be amazing to go see because he would do like a comedy strip show. He gets tips from making you laugh, not horny.
All right. Speaking of strip clubs, how far would you go to confront somebody, like confront a lover?
I don't know.
In
Depends
terms
on-
of what?
yeah.
Like if they lied to
If
you.
they
and-
cheated?
Yeah, like if they lied to you, or like if they say, "Hey, I'm gonna be here, but I'm really here." Like, okay, say I know I'm not a big fan of strip clubs. I know you're not a fan of me going to a strip club or anything like that. so I'm not going to go. But say I was like, hey, I'm going to go play golf with the boys, but I went to the strip club. Would you go to the strip club, become friends with the strippers so they could give you makeup, and then you could go out on the stage to confront your boyfriend of him being on the strip club?
No.
Is
I
that
would
over the
not.
line?
That's.
So
I think that's so over the line that's awesome.
it's very, very extra.
I feel like if you go to that extent, respect. Yes, crazy bitch. No one should probably ever be with her. Respect, though.
A woman gave her boyfriend the shock of a lifetime after turning up at the strip club he was at and confronted him by performing on stage. TikToker Missy Peterson at Missy Peterson official. She is official because she's a real estate agent and mom of 2, Laguna Beach, California. This, of course, is California. Only this could happen in Laguna Beach, California, right?
Yeah.
So she put a tracker on his car. She was at one time, I put a tracker on his car and I found out that he went to a strip club. I went there, told the girls, they helped me get ready, and I was next on stage.
What the fuck?
I got on stage in a bra and thong that one of the strippers gave me, walked up to him and said, oh, you want a show? I'll give you a show.
So she put on a
To
stripper
every
thong.
single guy making money while he sat there in utter disbelief and pissed as hell. When I was done, I flipped him off, went off stage, told him we were through it, and to never speak to me again.
Over the line?
Crazy.
Respect, but yeah, stay away from this woman.
Huh?
But
Why?
for such a little thing, also. I feel like that's a little thing.
To going to a
That's
strip
not
club?
cheating, in my opinion. That's not cheating.
If you have a girlfriend and I go, hey, okay, I always, anytime I was in a relationship, I always ask if I was going to go to the strip club with the boys, if I was going to go out, hey, I'm going to go to the strip club. Do you want? Can I go? I always ask my significant other, can I go?
Yeah, I get that. Yeah,
And then I go, no.
I'm the
Nope. It's not like I'm going
Yeah.
there to cheat. I'm not going to get their lap dances or anything like that. I'm over that
Exactly.
stage in my life. I'll just go to the strip club, tip $1, have a couple beers with the guys, and go. That's it. If
yeah,
she-
exactly.
She goes, hey, I don't want you to go to the strip club. Okay, I'm not going to the strip club. That's fine. I respect
Yeah,
it.
I get that.
You know,
But and I can see
if
I feel like different women, just different views. I can respect that completely.
Yeah.
For me, I don't feel like it's cheating. I feel like
Yeah.
wandering eyes isn't cheating, in my opinion.
no,
Stuff
Everybody
like that.
does. That's
You know,
what my dad
I
used
know-
to say that. Just like God gave you eyes for a reason.
yep, and I know.
Yeah, like I just can't. There's other things to see. I want to see other things. It's to me, it's not cheating.
Yeah, I know. There's women out there that think looking at porn is cheating.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
I don't, you know,
So it's just different views, whatever.
and it's different views, but this,
Where I would have a problem with you going to a strip
Lap
club
dance.
is if the lap dance, and then if you were fucking giving this bitch a whole bunch of money, I'd be
Yeah,
pissed.
no, I completely agree with both of those.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I-
I'm not.
I know you look at women. I'm not.
Yeah,
by
you're not
women.
clueless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
But
God,
what-
no. Anybody.
We're
that thinks
human.
they are-
Everyone
Exactly.
looks. I'm sure there was a dude at
Like-
Ballpark Village you looked at
No,
or
not really.
opening day. You might have seen. You're like, oh, he's hot. I know I did. That dude, that redneck was gorgeous.
No, I wouldn't say
Fucking
I
with that.
did. But you know what? If I did, I would have pointed it out and been like, dude, like check this out.
And yeah, that's how I feel about it. That's how I am with Haven and stuff. Exactly. It's just like, no, wandering eyes are just wandering eyes.
Yeah, that's not. No.
But I feel like that just, I don't feel like that's cheating, but I do feel like that's a shitty thing for him to do, but not breakup worthy in my opinion.
No. And if you really wanted to throw money at somebody and watch them dance around, dude, I'm game.
Yeah.
If you want to take whatever money you have in your wallet, just like boop 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 boop
Yeah.
boop, I'll fucking dance.
Like, but it's just,
That's a little extreme.
I think
That
that
is
was
somebody
over.
wanting the attention that comes with that. You know?
Yes.
I mean,
First
if
of
you
all,
had a
you put a
tracker on his car, okay, number one, you
Hey,
know where he
Oh, I
is.
didn't really think about that much.
You
I
know,
didn't really think about that much.
you put a tracker on his car, so not only do you know where he is, you know when he's coming home. Just save that shit for when you're at your house.
You know, you have a tracker on his car because he's turning off his share location with you. So clearly there's trust in the relationship right there. There's some trust issues.
Yeah.
And then you're going to confront him by becoming a stripper. That's how you're going to get your revenge. I mean, good job for the one off.
Yeah. And if there's a string of him being shady, I think not the tracking part, that's fucking insane no matter what in my opinion. But going and being the stripper at like if you know that's the strip club he likes, no, I think that's pretty badass.
But here,
But it,
Okay,
yeah,
you're- okay.
tracking
here, and
Jesus.
here's what you think it's bad. Yeah, finding out where he's going, but tracking him, that's weird. That's over the line. And then going off and telling the fucking world about it. What man is out there going, I want that woman. I want Glenn Close from Fatal Attraction. That's
But
what
I
I
think
want.
but I think that's what every guy also acknowledges, and it's just like, oh, so she's willing to go do some crazy shit. Let's go do some crazy shit for one night and then bye after this.
So, I mean,
She'll have a fun time, but
she's got a good story.
yeah.
Appreciate her for doing it. You know, he gave you
Finding the other insane maniac to go with her is gonna take her a minute.
something. It's gonna be a minute. Let's go into crazy bitch number 2. I understand having standards, ladies. I get it. We all have our what we deem what men and the other sex or other significant other should do. Correct? We all have those expectations in our head.
I guess so.
This lady has a test that she puts gentlemen through, and no one has succeeded yet.
Oh Jesus.
She doesn't believe in going Dutch on first dates. Men should automatically pick up the tab 100%.
First date, sure, I can respect that. I think afterwards it should be kind of mutual.
So then she got rid of another guy because he did pick up the date. They had drinks, everything went good. They ordered Ubers. They were going to go their separate ways, so they each ordered their own Ubers.
He tried to kiss.
His Uber showed up first, and he goes, "Hey, would you like to wait the 5 minutes with you until your Uber gets here?" Or she goes, "No, you don't have to wait." He goes, "Okay, you have a good night," and he left. She goes, "That's bullshit. Even though I told him to leave, he should have stayed. He does not get date number 2."
Good for him.
Thank God he did that because I'm pretty sure he dodged the bullet with this.
What the fuck? Like, I feel like I wouldn't really. I don't think I would have been pushy about it, but if it was at night and everything, I would have been like, "Hey, I'm gonna wait with you for your Uber. It's in the city and stuff."
It was 4 a.m. 4 a.m. in the morning. Like it was 4 a.m. It was like, where are they at? Miami? I think they said. Yeah, so they're in Miami. So it's not like they're in a. It's 4 a.m. They're probably standing outside the club on A1A Beachfront Avenue or whatever that is.
Yeah, it's probably the safest area in Miami. Yeah.
You know, hey,
4 a.m. though, I don't really see leaving someone's side if their Uber is just a few minutes away.
But you know what? Don't if a guy offers and you say no, are you
Yeah,
sure? And
exactly.
he goes, "Are you sure?" No, go ahead and go. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Don't knock the dude after
You
that.
guys are very literal. So
Yeah.
what she did was just play a mind fuck game on that guy. He asked a legit question. Be like, hey, my Uber's here. Do you want me to wait 5 minutes till yours gets here? It's not like you can't see on your phone where the Uber's at. So if she really, really wanted him to, she should have been like, yes, please. Do you mind waiting an extra 5 minutes? But she didn't. She played it off like, oh no, no, I don't need you to stay. He took that literally and was like, okay, bye. If you want something from a man, your husband, your boyfriend, your date, fucking
And
say it directly.
yeah, and
Direct-
does she want some pushy guy that's like not gonna take her answer for what it is? Because then that seems like a shitty dude to me also.
See,
Like the test doesn't even make sense to me.
No, it
she
doesn't.
believes that
she's an
chivalry.
attention.
Yeah, and like if she goes,
That's
"If
not
it's
even
cold-"
chivalry though.
Yeah, and she goes, if a guy has a hoodie on and it's cold outside and he doesn't offer it to me, off the list. Bitch, if you're cold, say something. If you want me to stay with you, say something. I'm not here.
Yeah,
to
if you
read
ask
your
for my
fucking
hoodie, I don't
mind.
give a fuck. If you ask for my hoodie, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, sure. I'll survive. But like, no, if you're just like sitting there just being like, oh, I'm just cold. Yeah, go fuck yourself. Like, just ask.
All right. I have one more story, and then I have a clip to end it, and we're out of here, ladies and gentlemen, for the week. So that lady go fuck herself. She's not super test. Now
Super test.
what?
I thought you said super
Oh,
test.
fuck her test. She's going stupid test. All right. So this lady who is 5'1" thinks it's adorable that she married a 6'3" man until she became pregnant and her baby was in the 99th percentile and her baby broke her tailbone when she was giving birth.
That happened to Noreen.
That happened to Noreen?
It's not odd.
Jesus Christ, that fucking hurts.
It's not odd.
It's
that
not
that
odd?
happens. No.
Oh, really? That sounds painful as fuck.
Yeah. But I mean, look how tiny Noreen
Oh,
is.
yeah, that's fucking, yeah, but with who? Jake?
It,
It can't be
I think
Jake.
It was Kayla, I think.
I mean, it could be Jake. No offense, buddy.
How much did the baby weigh?
Da, 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 da. It did not. She did not say.
Well, then.
But I was like, Jesus fucking Christ! You're 5'1". You married a 6'3" dude. Of course, your kid's gonna come out gigantor. Like, what did you fucking think?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then come to find out, I thought that was more rare than I thought it was. Sorry,
No, it
it is.
it's not common, but
Yeah.
it's not unheard of. Does
Like,
that make sense?
So would the doctor have to break it, or does the baby break it coming
It
out?
just happens sometimes. It breaks it. Like if you look
Oh
at where
my
your
fucking
tailbone
god.
is,
Yeah.
and the pressure from the kid coming down on that, like
Yeah.
it could happen. I'm curious why they didn't say how much the baby weighed or how
I just didn't have
long
it.
or how big.
Does a baby ever break instead?
I've seen dislocated shoulders, but babies are meant to be like.
Yeah, I
bent
know.
like
There's
that.
kind of, they're kind of, yeah. When we first come into this world, we're kind of jello at the beginning.
Jelly.
I mean, I had a 9-pound child, so
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how much her baby weighed. 9 pounds, 9 pounds even, 21 and a half inches long. So
The other day I saw my little cousin and he's a fucking little Hulk. It's scary. He's just turned 2 in November and he's already 40 pounds.
Jesus.
Like fully runs around, talks to you like a grown man. Like it is scary.
Really?
It's a different breed of kid nowadays.
What's the hormones they put in the milk and everything like that? You know,
That's yeah, I'm just like, oh.
it's all. That's what it is. It's the hormones they put in the milk. But I couldn't
That kid
imagine.
is scary.
I
Yeah.
couldn't imagine having your tailbone snap giving birth though. That has to be.
Painful.
Well, she didn't probably feel it though. She was in labor,
Well,
so
I'm
she was.
pretty sure her labor pain was worse than her tailbone breaking pain. But then your recovery.
Could
is
you
gonna be-
break a tailbone but not have an episiotomy?
Yes.
I don't know what episiotomy
Where they
is.
cut you?
It's whenever your vagina rips to your asshole.
No, that's when you cut it.
Oh, they
So
cut
you
it.
don't.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so you
So
don't
it
tear.
doesn't tear.
Mhm.
Ooh. Well, and on that note, that sounds painful as fuck. All right. Jamie, you were the first person I thought of when I seen this.
Huh.
And this ending,
Why's that?
because it's the perfect ending to the podcast this week. Because, well, let's see, where are we at? So, as we're
been a
wrapping
good
up
one.
here, it has. So, we started off with Jamie having shitty customers and eating some macaroni and cheese ice cream. My wife got a tattoo. We have shit. We have a shitty neighbor that can't mind their own fucking business. We had a good time at opening day.
Just go over there and box.
You know, I mean, trying to think what else. Where else were we at here?
None.
We had two
He
crazy.
sounds like a
bitches.
nervous Nelly at least.
Yeah, we have two crazy bitches in the news,
Yeah.
and a lady that snapped her tailbone. So, do us a favor if you're watching on YouTube, Rumble, or if you really want to be cool, go to Patreon and or sign up for the Patreon channel. It's $5 a month. If you're liking on YouTube, Rumble, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave us a 5-star review on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Because we're not coming back after this one. There's no coming back after this last clip.
Okay.
So find us at losers_lost on Twitter, lost_loser_podcast on Instagram, loserspodcast@gmail.com. Jamie, anything?
Cankle_eater.
Cankle_eater, baby. Sensi.
Scented with a twist at scentsy.us.
All right.
I'm scared.
It's so fucking funny. I can't help it. I can die laughing at this.
Oh, I love these guys.
You know who it is? You seen it?
I like these guys. Yeah, they're fucking hilarious.
I can't go out. I'm sick.
Yep, I've seen this one.
What in the actual hell?
Oh, everything's slowing up.
It's called The Old Gays on TikTok.
Oh
Yep.
my god.
Have fun with that, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Love you all.
Eh.
Goodbye.
Brr.